name's Sean Goldhawk. I'm the Communications Manager at Yamaha. We're here at the 2012 WR450F launch at Coffs Harbour. The development goal of the WR450F this year has been twofold. The first is to make it the best racer, and the second is to make it the most versatile bike out there. The key features of the new model are the new YZ250F style aluminium bilateral beam frame. Now, this frame has been developed in conjunction with the YZ250F and is specially developed for enduro use. Inside that we fitted a fuel injected 5-valve 4-stroke 450cc engine. We've got YZ suspension front and back, KYB style, the same as you get on your YZ250 and 450F. Addition to that, we've got our all-new bodywork based around the YZ250F, and new ergos. It's much smaller, more compact, slightly shorter and slightly lower, so it suits a wider variety of rider. Okay, today we're riding with Boris Everson from Coffs Harbour Detour. We're going to go on a variety of trails through to Boris's place where he's made a grass track, and a larger grass track, and a 3 or 4 kilometre enduro loop. We can get some photos for the guys there, do some testing, and then we're heading out on a massive trail ride through the Coffs hinterland, through to Dorrigo. And the sort of conditions you'll find out there are everything really. There's mud, there's clay, there's even a bit of dust, there's rain, sunshine, you name it. All sorts of weather, all sorts of conditions. A really good test for man and machine.
Awesome bike this year with the fork and the frame and the back shock, the way it's all set up. Really impressed, especially the tunability of the bike to suit the conditions that we have on the trail tours. As the guys have been experiencing all this week so far, all types of terrain, and the idea of being able to tune the bike to suit the terrain really suits us really well.
Well, the 2012 WR450 was quite an exciting bike to ride. I've been very lucky to have many of the other models over the years, right back from the first WR. So the enjoyment factor was certainly there because they've improved a lot of areas that I wanted some improvement in. One of the big areas was the smoothness of the bike. They've changed the crank balance factor, the remapping of the engine, other little niceties that they've done within the motor has made it much smoother, and it doesn't chug quite as much down low as it used to in the past. So I was very, very happy with the smoothness and the tractability of the motor, particularly with the ease of changing the mapping of the motor, where you can plug in, change that mapping. It's very, very easy just to change whatever you need to get the characteristics that you want. And that might be your personal characteristics from a riding point of view, or it might be from the surface that you're on, whether it's a grass track motocross, whether it's a slippery hill climb, whether it's a motocross grass special test, whether it's just simply a trail ride that's muddy and slippery and clay and leaf mulch that you need nice traction. With the new cradle frame, the twin spar wider cradle frame, over the rough ground, the rocky ground, it tracks better. Doesn't jump around quite as much, it tracks really, really secure and steers very, very well in the tight stuff as well. So I'm particularly happy with the new model. I thought it was a great bike and a thorough enjoyment to ride.
It's always nerve-wracking when you replace a bike like the WR450 as it was, which was such a reliable bike and a favourite in the bush, with something that's quite radically different. You know, the chances of getting it wrong are pretty high, but they really have nailed it. it was time for it to go EFI, it was time for it to update the frame, certainly needed new fork, and that's certainly what they've delivered.
Fuel injection is probably one of the things that really makes a big difference, obviously a lot more throttle response, and the new mapping. It's a whole new ball game when we're all comparing mappings and we're changing mappings and ignition timings, that type of stuff.
I think they've finally given the Australian market the WR they've always wanted.